Welcome back on the couch with Casey, and today we're joined by the big dog, NHL contracted defenseman Bryce Montgomery. Welcome to the couch, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
He's from the Washington, D.C. area, grew up a Washington Capitals fan, now is on the right path with the Carolina Hurricanes. But tell me about how you got into hockey and what it was like growing up in D.C.
Yeah, I'm from D.C., raised in Maryland area. Hockey was pretty cool playing there growing up. Obviously in the Ovechkin era with Ovi coming in, he's the one who kind of made hockey a lot bigger in my area playing. And yeah, like hockey isn't the biggest sport in DC by any means, but we kind of had good parents who kind of helped us kind of get better at it. And my dad's from Minnesota, and it's a big hockey state there. So yeah, me and my little brother were just playing and kept at it. Had to kind of leave Maryland and the DC area a few times to get better hockey elsewhere. But yeah, it's kind of how we came up and got to where we are now. So yeah.
Now you're drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes. Your brother also an NHL draft pick with the Ottawa Senators. And what was that relationship like, both of you making it to the elite level?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's something I kind of take for granted. It's pretty special to have a brother and, a sibling who's kind of on the same trajectory as you, doing the same thing, doing sport for a living. So yeah, it was super competitive growing up. We always kind of battle with each other and, pushing each other to be better in kind of a brotherly way. And I don't think I realized how much we did until just now looking back at it. But yeah, we kind of, had a little ego, making sure he scored a goal one night, I scored a goal one night, trying to just give each other, some stuff. But yeah, it was super cool to have him in my life and having a brother who's kind of pushing me and I'm doing the same for him. So
now take me back to draft night, the moment you found out that the Carolina Hurricanes were calling your name.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Probably the most stressful day I've ever had, to be honest. And I'm not a guy who gets too stressed, but the whole draft was pretty anticipated, obviously. It's one of the most anticipated days of your life. And I kind of knew I was getting drafted. I just didn't know where, especially with COVID. That was the year I didn't get a chance to play hockey just because the OHL didn't have a season. And it was just an unreal feeling, seeing my name on the board. We didn't have an in-person draft because of COVID, so we just got to just stay home with family. And yeah, when my name finally came up on the screen, it's a feeling I'll never forget. So that's something I'll carry with me the rest of my life, and just being able to share that with my family is just such an awesome experience and an awesome moment. I'll never forget it. So
you went straight from the junior ranks to the pros, going from the OHL and the London Junior Knights, and then into the ECHL, starting with the Stingrays. You've worked your way up into the AHL. Talk about the biggest differences between each of those levels.
Yeah, it's all hockey at the end of the day, but I just think the game just gets quicker at every level. Just from when I was in juniors up to now, I just think I make just decisions with the puck a lot quicker. Guys, everybody's good. Everybody can make plays. Everybody can skate. Everybody can shoot, pass, etc. And yeah, I think that's just the main difference. Kind of just when you're kind of climbing through the ranks and getting to where you want to go, and just kind of finding your role and your identity and what assets you have that's going to make you the best player that you can be. So.
Now, currently playing with the Greensboro Gargoyles, but you've gone all the way up to the NHL level. Spent a lot of time training with the Carolina Hurricanes, guys like Jacob Slavin, Andrei Svechnikov, Seth Jarvis, who are the elite level talents, a lot that we'll see in the Olympics upcoming here. And how big was that for your growth?
Yeah, it's huge. Just one of the benefits of being just in the Hurricane system and being drafted and a part of the organization is being able to be around those guys. And it's definitely a surreal feeling when you're 18 years old and stepping on the ice with those guys. And it's something that's just really eye-opening and you're able to see firsthand. And, when you watch those guys, it's always on TV and HD quality, playing in front of 20,000 fans. So you always kind of put them in this big spotlight effect, but it's really cool just kind of see them up close in person and kind of just realize, okay, I can skate with these guys too. Like they're hockey players too, So it's definitely something that gives me a lot of confidence just in the summer before camp, being able to skate with them, practice with them, and even get dressed with them before games, see how they prepare, and doing actual preseason games with them. So that's an experience that kind of gives, I think, all the prospects and the younger guys a lot of confidence just going into the year. And yeah, it's opportunities I'll never forget. So yeah.
Getting those NHL preseason reps, you're playing against superstars like Nikita Kucherov and the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Was there ever an awe-striking moment where it's like, holy cow, I'm playing against this guy who I grew up looking up to?
Yeah, I think my first ever preseason game 2 years ago against Florida, we traveled there. We took the private jet and we land there. It's a full NHL game routine, and I just think that whole day I was pretty starstruck. And I just remember just skating around a warm-ups thinking, there's no way this is happening right now. And I think I was a bit more used to it this year, just in preseason, but I think I was definitely pretty kind of just shocked, just standing next to Kucherov in the face-off draw. It was pretty kind of crazy. Just playing with him and I'm playing against him and just playing against him, seeing how good he is and the plays he can make and just how talented those superstars really are. And it just gives me, a lot of motivation, because I do want to be there one day. So yeah, it's pretty cool and it's great opportunities. So yeah.
Off the ice, you're a big fan of jazz music, trying to learn the saxophone a little bit, and tell me what role that plays in, kind of taking you away from the game, letting you relax a little bit.
Yeah, hockey's a super intense sport. I think it's probably one of the most underrated sports in terms of intensity out there that a lot of people don't realize. A lot goes into it every shift and every game. It's a lot in our bodies, just physically and mentally too. And I just think jazz kind of helps me unwind just away from the rink. And I love jazz music, and something like the saxophone, it's an instrument I like to listen to, and I think it's something if I could learn how to play it could turn into a cool little fun hobby of mine. So yeah, it's just something I've been just looking into.
Well, we don't have any saxophones here on the couch, but let's close it off with a little bit of air saxophone. And fortunately, we've got 10 out of 10 HD editors behind the camera that can rock us out on this one. Bryce Montgomery, thanks for joining the couch here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.